You see, this shit be pissing me off. Don't tell me, that's like they say, oh, don't say nigga around me, you're a black person. Don't tell people how to talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know my experience, you don't know my history, you don't know my knowledge, my wisdom, you don't know how I view things. Let me land. Let me talk.
Just saying,
Let
man,
me
stop
speak.
being
So entitled, man. Like, stop acting like, if you want to be a part of the culture, then be dope.
Well, I don't even know any. Who's the biggest Mexican rapper? Off the top of your head, do you know any Mexican rappers?
I just had a couple questions because we got this football theme going on. I set up some.
Oh, you got some shit.
Props.
Okay, let's
Who's
go.
your team? Who's your team?
Oh man, why you gotta ask me that?
I just want to know. You know, we talking football a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back, baby. Dangerous Minds podcast.
Dangerous Minds.
Got my man, AKA Malik, in the building, and your man Jay Reed. You know what I'm saying? I got my bucket hat for my bucket head today. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with that hat though, man? That's old school.
A little different, man.
That's nice though.
Something different. I done lost weight though. Now the shit kind of moving on my head. Like, you know, dang, I got the extra large and now I can't fit the extra large, man. I didn't know you lose weight in your head.
That remind me of Kango. Yeah, you do, cause water.
That's what I'm like, dang, big waterhead ass nigga. But yeah, nah,
we both the size H though. We both the size H.
Yeah, I'm still in the 8, brother.
Yeah.
I might be a 7'5" by now, but nah, it's all good. No, man, just trying to stay healthy, man. Trying to stay working, trying to stay moving, man. You know how it go.
Yeah, it is.
Everything good with you?
Man, still living all as well.
Yes, sir.
Thank God, that's what we say.
And I hope all is well with you out there as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to the engineer working today,
Alfredo!
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to my man Big Roy in the building.
Big Roy.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Y'all know him. Y'all just don't know who I'm talking about. But y'all definitely know him. You definitely have seen him feature here on this platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you'll see a little more of him, man. Been an interesting week, man.
Yeah, what's going on with you? What's new and exciting?
Well, I mean, I don't know about exciting, but Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, really good quarterback for Colorado University. Was projected to be a first-round pick, was actually ranked the number 15 player in the entire draft. And he dropped all the way to the 5th round, man, like 145th pick.
I seen that. He went through the whole 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what's up with that?
All 32 teams passed on him like 2 or 3 times.
Like, when I hear about it, it's different from when I've seen him play. And when you look at the stats.
Oh, his stats were beautiful.
Yeah, so
he set a record. He set records, bro. He was like all conference, set records, 4,000 yards. And you know what else pissed me off about it? Like, when has pedigree not mattered in the NFL?
It always does. That's the thoroughbred.
Yeah, he's the son of a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It was just stupid because obviously he was projected to go higher, but I look at it like when you draft a player, because they were like, oh, the billionaires, they know what they're doing. Okay, yeah, they do know what they're doing. Billionaires, people with money, they want what? More money, right?
More money.
Why would you not draft Shedeur Sanders, who's going to bring in more notoriety, more popularity? I mean, they've been talking about him the whole draft.
Yeah, like Bronny, going to sell more.
Exactly. He was picked the 145th in the draft, and his jersey is number 3 as far as sales for the whole draft class.
So what's the deal?
So why would you not put him on your team? You know that they're gonna blow up. You know they're gonna want to see him on TV. It's like, to me, that was like an obvious, like, they were like in it together. You know what I'm saying? Like
they conspired,
were like
they came, had a meeting. Look, this is what we gonna do. Everybody gonna pass on him.
I mean, it's hard to prove that stuff, but come on, man. 145th pick.
Yeah.
A quarterback with his pedigree, 6'2". 37 touchdown passes, 74% accuracy percentage.
Yeah.
The son of Deion Sanders, man. Jesus Christ. One of the scouts, they said, oh, it was because of his interviews.
That's not on the field, though. Interview is what you're just talking about. What do you mean interviews?
It says scouts were saying, he's too cocky. One scout said, they didn't say what team he was from, but one of the scouts said that Shedeur Sanders, quote, made me feel small. Now, bro, you probably like in your 40s, probably been scouting and doing this job for many years, and then a 19-year-old kid can make you feel small?
They should like that confidence,
That's ridiculous,
They should like
bro.
that confidence.
Yeah, see, now that's the key. Now, they do like the confidence in certain other players. You know what I'm saying? Certain other players. That's the thing. That's the thing that's going around. Like, when it's the white boys, it's cockiness, it's moxie.
Look, it's the NFL draft.
Moxie,
Deion Sanders' son. He's feeling big. He's feeling huge. He had major accomplishments in college.
Yep.
What is he supposed to feel? He's supposed to be feeling himself, right?
Right, he's supposed to come in there humble with his head down.
Like, nah, he's excited. He's young, explosive.
And I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm very good
So-
at this. So I'm just saying, man, I believe teams colluded to make him drop on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to break him down, wanted to humble him. But, okay, if you guys know football, Baker Mayfield, for example. I remember Baker Mayfield, great quarterback in college, good quarterback in the pros. I think he won the Heisman. He was a good player, but he was not projected to be the first pick in that draft. And leading up to the draft, because I like to watch it, like every year I watch the NFL draft. Leading up to that draft, Baker Mayfield started going up and up and up further up the draft boards. Dude's like my height, 5'11", small hands. You know, he had like the measurable. He didn't have the measurables that they like to have. You know, they like you to be 6'2", 6'3", you know, for certain positions. He didn't have any of those things, but he was still projected to be a top pick. This dude went all the way to the number 1 pick, a 5'11" quarterback, number 1 pick, and they were like, "Oh, how did he become the number 1 pick?"
Support team. He had the support team.
No, it wasn't that. The owners and the scouts, they liked his interviews.
That's the support team.
They said, "Oh, he has moxie."
Who helped them get those interviews the way they're supposed to be?
No. You're not catching what I'm saying. Baker Mayfield was on some super cocky shit. The scouts were saying, "Oh, he reminds us of Brett Favre. He reminds us of the old gunslingers from the West. He has moxie." You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but when a brother go in there like that, he needs to be humble.
That was his support team.
Man, that shit was bullshit.
Yeah, so
What you mean? The whole league was supporting him? They supporting that image of that gunslinger from the Wild West.
Yeah.
Like that. You
That
know, if
image,
you white,
they
you can
support
get away
that,
with that
yeah.
shit. If you black, they like, "Oh, we need to humble your ass." You know, he's too cocky, like he's too arrogant. You want your quarterback, you want your top players to have some cockiness and arrogance about them, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, man. And you know what trips me out? The worst part about the situation is people online, because like I said, I be online. I be in the conversations. I'm trying to see who's saying what. You know what I mean? I want to say, well, I might even confront a few of them, you know what I'm saying? Say some shit. A lot of people are defending the shit, man. Like, "Oh, he wasn't that good. You know, oh, well, he had a bad attitude. Oh, he would have been a poison to the team." What are y'all talking about? You know what that reminded me of? When Colin Kaepernick started kneeling, bro.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, then when he's out the league, right?
yeah.
Nobody's picking him up, right?
But those are two different issues.
No, yeah, but it's the same reaction, because now people are saying, "Oh, Shedeur Sanders wasn't that good. That's why it wasn't no collusion. It wasn't no racism. He just wasn't that good." When Colin Kaepernick couldn't get an NFL job, that's what they started saying about him.
He wasn't that good.
He's not that good.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
but
what
this
they-
man's
that was
6'5", dual threat quarterback, went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's just, them people be staying on code, bro. Them racists be staying on code, homie. That's something that we need in our community. I know this stuff right here makes you upset, you know, and it makes you angry, but you have to learn from it. Look at how on code them people was. They will risk losing a face of a franchise or a good player just to stay on code. It wasn't even about the money. It wasn't about the popularity or the notoriety. "Oh yeah, we're gonna get more sales jerseys." It wasn't even about that. It was, look, hey, we're gonna put this young brother in his place. They were on code. This is something that we need to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's always
unite and fight.
It ain't about the money. It ain't about none of that. It's about staying on code to get a job done.
Why do you think they was hating on him so bad, or his father, or both of them? Like,
mean,
what do you think it is that they were united against him?
I think that it was more so what they represent rather than him as an individual. They represent that black excellence, bro. Like that,
Yeah, okay.
like that next stage
Right.
of like DeSean Sanders is the man. Everything he touched turned into gold.
Yeah, because he was on fire for.
He's the most polarizing and most popular coach in college football after one season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and for Colorado, like they were all. You could just see the comments before the draft happened. You could see the people in there talking about, "Oh, he's spoiled. Oh, he wouldn't be on the team if it wasn't for his dad. Oh, he's not that good." I mean, it was just jealousy,
Yeah.
bro. Like, they know he come from a rich family. He walking around showing the Rolex watch. You know, Shedeur like to do that little, bam, like when they talking trash, he don't say that. He just be like, bam, like, look at the watch. You know what I'm saying? So they don't like that. They be jealous, man. It be like grown 40, 50-year-old people in there hating on a 19-year-old kid, bro. Because why? Because he rich, because he black, and he's successful, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good old-fashioned jealousy and envy, if you ask me.
But not only that, he's
what do I
talented
know?
too. That's what I'm saying.
What do I know?
Did he deserve the 5th round, or did he deserve the 1st, 2nd, 3rd? Like, where do you think he should have sat?
I mean, look, if you are an NFL franchise, everybody knows quarterback is the most important position. right?
Absolutely.
You can if you get a quarterback, the right quarterback, your whole team, your whole fortune can change overnight, right? So considering he had the stats, considering he got the pedigree,
he should have been highly desired and sought after.
He should have been the first round pick for sure.
Okay, so first round pick.
He might have been top 5, okay, but
first round.
So many teams needed a quarterback, and they were picking guys that were like, who?
Yeah.
Like what? Like you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know, man. Look, when they started picking dudes like Tyler Slow, and no disrespect to these guys, Taylor Gabriel, no disrespect to these guys, even Milroe from Alabama. This is football quarterbacks that got drafted this year. Shedeur Sanders is better than all of those guys, man. On paper and with your eyes, he passed the eye test. 6'2", 6'3", could throw the ball. What else do you need? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sell every jersey, gonna be sold out. They said no, we don't care about none of that. If a billionaire is turning down some money, then it's like some serious, like from the top type. Nah, we ain't doing this.
Yeah. So would you say that's the conspiracy theory of the Illuminati? Is that part of that clique? Like that's a movement right there.
I don't know much about the Illuminati.
Well, it's Illuminati. We gonna say is just a secret society, right? Of a certain group of rich people, like in conspiracy theorists, in theory that we don't know who they are and how they move, but their agenda is always to make one group of a people fail, or have.
Well, like have workers, like they stay in charge of things. Well, I mean, the billionaires, that's like the Billionaires Boys Club, man. The NFL owners, I'm sure they all play golf and eat crumpets and shit together. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call it, the Illuminati or whatever, but it was just a bunch of rich people that got together and said, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it,
This is what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
We're going to bring him in, but on the 5th round.
Oh, yeah, and then went to the Cleveland Browns. That didn't even make any sense because
they put him.
The Cleveland Browns drafted another quarterback earlier, and then like 2 quarterbacks, I think. And then if you're why swing back around and get him again in the 5th round? You already got 2 quarterbacks in your draft. It's stupid. To me, it's just obvious what happened. But they got people on here defending it. Saying, oh, well, nah, he wasn't that good. I mean, they on code all the way through. I mean, from the top to the bottom, they stay on code.
Yeah,
that's black people need to learn from that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the first little topic. We can we can take a little break, man, because I'm getting a little. Hey man, we'll be right back soon, man. Dangerous Minds Podcast, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, Dangerous Minds Podcast. I am Jay Reed. This is AKA Malik.
SO1K.
We are in the South Bay right now, Torrance, California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we living it up, man.
That's the first time you said South Bay before Torrance.
Hey, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn something here, man.
Right.
I'm a visitor here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So welcome back.
Yeah, man.
Dangerous Minds. Hey, Reed, there's been a couple things been bothering me, man. I just got to get something off my chest.
Okay,
real
yeah.
quick.
So we got AKA Malik's rant right now. Let's get it, man.
Look, just a little bit. Look, I seen some fake news going around saying about minimum wage going up to $25 an hour, something crazy like that. Listen, that's not gonna happen. That's fake news. You guys don't get excited about that. The federal minimum wage, that means throughout the whole country, has been $7.25 since like 2007 or 2009, something like that.
But didn't it go up?
The federal, no, it's been the same since like. It was like $5.25, then it went to 70.
I remember that.
That's like over almost like 15, 16, 17 years. It's been the same. But different states like California, fast food workers, $20. Minimum wage, I think, is like $16.50. In the states, they go up because it's unparalleled with the living situations. But just on the federal level, there was some information going around saying that it would go up $25. Now, how would that work if federally everybody's making $25 an hour? You move to the lower states and you balling out of control. But we just negotiated a heavy contract at work, and that would make us feel a lot poorer. And a lot of other unions and companies that negotiated, their raises, they wouldn't feel, too happy about federal, and it would just kind of destroy our economy. So that's fake news.
So you thinking that raising the wages would destroy the economy?
Mm-hmm. The federal across the whole.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that would definitely, because that would send our inflation just out of control. That I think that's why.
Okay.
Like if you in Mississippi and you
Oh,
go
so
from
since they're
making
making-
$7.25
right,
and now you're
right.
making
They're
25,
gonna raise everything else around you.
everything would go
Oh, I see
to
what you mean.
balloon up to just because now you got to pay these guys. Like who's gonna pay them all this money, and who's gonna go out of business? Like in California when they start raising the rent or the wages, a lot of companies couldn't afford it. Like the smaller mom and pops on the restaurants
They got wiped
start
out.
folding. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. But one thing that might work is actually the 32-hour work week. You know, Bernie Sanders had he had something on an agenda that he put down about 32-hour work week.
I remember that.
And that
Was that 4 days a week?
Yeah. Well,
That's all I work now. And I tell you what, it's really good. No, I'm just
well,
playing. Go
see,
ahead.
this is why that would work. Sean Fain from the United Auto Workers, right? He's the head of that union, and he brought it up part of their negotiations, and I think that's a really good idea because imagine if the work week is based on 32 hours a week. That means anything over 32 hours is considered OT. So you'd have a 3-day weekend, more pay on the weekends if you're working.
Yeah, I remember.
Now
when I
that's
remember
something that would help all Americans throughout the country
More
because
time with your
now the
family,
725. Well, you're gonna want to work more because now you got 3 days of.
Yeah, but see, then they would have to lower certain things to accommodate that 4-day work week, though.
I don't know how they would figure
That's
it
what
out.
I'm trying to say. That's kind
But
of
well, see, the problem with
highly unlikely.
No, because we're working and we're overproducing. That's the thing. That's why they want to lower the work week because we're working 40 hours a week, and who's benefiting? The rich are getting richer because we're producing more
Pumping like
that
a
they're
mug.
benefiting.
Only 2 days off. Yeah.
Right, and then we're the ones that are slaves to the game, as my man Roy would say. You know, so our slavery is only 2 days off, and we're not benefiting from it.
Yeah. Not off the air. You know. Hey,
Yeah, so-
nah, man. I feel you on that. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
that's what
and,
you
you know,
feeling. That's
so-
what you want to rant about. And that's what you rant about.
That was something
you know?
bothering me.
That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you feel.
And then
That was
the only
bothering
thing
you?
too, the last thing is, you know, in Israel, you know, they done started this war back up. And guys, that's always bothering me. You know, whenever I see oppression, I just I wish I could, you know, do something about it. The Houthis, you know, like we've been in all these wars and we can't win nothing. The Houthis just blew up one of these jets that we had, these fighter jets. I don't know if you know the Houthis. It's a political military group, and I know you don't care about overseas stuff, but you need to because these people are like us. They're like us within the struggles, and we'll get detailed on
How
that.
they like us, and they don't even like us. No,
That's not.
Hey, yeah, see, I try to stay away from stuff like that because I don't know that much about it. You know what I mean? It's a
I'm-
whole history
we're
with
gonna
that
bring
war.
in some experts on it just to
It's a
touch
whole
a little bit.
history with that junk, man, and
It
I
is. That's-
haven't
we-
never.
hey,
I don't know enough about it, so that's
We're
why I
gonna bring
stay
in
away
some
from it. You know what I'm
experts
saying?
well, knowledge is power. We got to pile up positive and invest it. Because
Okay.
it's gonna the war in the Middle East blowing up and everything. It's definitely gonna domino effect to us, because it's affecting the trade war. Like the Houthis, what happened is they started, you know, pirating the Red Sea, and Trump is like, hey, we can't make no money. You know, corporate America is getting pissed off, so now they wanted to go over there and start escalating the situation.
Okay.
But the
See,
Houthis,
that's what I'm saying. I don't even know what it's
What's
about.
going on?
I don't, you
Yeah.
know, I got.
That's
I
just
got,
my little rant.
I got
That's it,
wars
yeah.
I'm fighting right here, man.
Hey.
Well, you know what? Since you ranting about some shit, let me rant about some shit real quick.
What's
man.
up? What's
You
on
know-
your mind?
You
Get
know
it
what
off
I'm
your
sick
chest.
of, bro?
What's
It's a lot of things, but let me just. I'm tired of people who like black folks who be trying to like correct you on your way you talk and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to this one chick the other last night at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're just having a regular conversation, and I was like, yeah, man, but this bitch, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh wait, hold on, excuse me, don't say that in front of me, you know, you talk like a lady in front of me. I'm like, we're just having a conversation.
Well, you know,
we just having a conversation.
You having an explicit conversation, really, when you use certain words that
Yeah,
might
but
be.
I'm not referring to you. I'm not calling you a bitch
I
or
know,
nobody
but
you
it's
know.
still-
It's just
right.
it just rolled off
It's
the
an
tongue, you know,
expression.
bitch. It's
Yeah.
like a Tourette's type of thing. I just cuss sometimes, motherfucker. You know, nigga. You know, it just happens. So then another thing, we were just having a regular, casual conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you know, my mother's side of the family, they were all like real dark skin, you know, built, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
like jet black, nappy hair and shit. And she's like, well, hold on. Oh, I hate that term, nappy. You should never say that around
Okay,
black
now
people.
that's the
I said,
problem.
man, what
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, the white man invented that word.
Nappy?
Huh? No. You see, this shit be pissing me off. Don't tell me, that's like they say, oh, don't say nigga around me, you're a black person. Don't tell people how to talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know my experience, you don't know my history, you don't know my knowledge, my wisdom, you don't know how I view things. Let me land. Let me talk. Let me speak how I speak. I'm not gonna try to correct you and you know, unless you know, saying some bullshit, some false shit. But the way I talk, using words like nappy, using words like bitch, that shit should not offend you at this point in this world.
Okay,
There's so many offensive things that you can be offended by, other than me saying the word nappy, bro. And that shit was going on all night, like she was correcting me on everything, and I'm like, I don't even want to talk to your ass no more.
Yeah,
because I'm just being me, just talking, and then you're like getting offended by everything I'm saying. Like, I'll be getting tired of that shit, bro.
Some people have trigger words.
Every word was a trigger word, though.
I don't. Yeah, she
nappy was not invented by white people. That was a way that we describe ourselves.
Maybe somebody abused her with that word. You know what I'm saying? But
she had. That's why I said, dude, looking at the shit on the back of your neck, your hair is good. You don't even have nappy hair. What you getting offended by? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, it's just a word that the white man invented. I don't know about that. Yeah. I don't think the white man invented nappy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know the facts of it.
We have to look into that.
Either way it goes, why are you trying to stop me from saying that shit?
I think the only thing though is like when people use, let's say, profanity around certain people, it might bother them, and that's, I understand.
Even that shit's annoying.
Well,
like,
I mean,
bro, it's cussing everywhere. You can't watch a movie without hearing the cuss word.
When I'm with my kids, and then let's say there's a group of young kids out, and I got little kids, and people are cussing, you know, it's freedom of speech, but I give them that look like, look, we're gonna have a problem in a minute because I don't want to. So I try to get out of that environment.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
don't come sit up in my space
telling
me how to talk.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I don't mind how people talk. Now, if the shit getting, you know, if you directing it toward me or towards somebody, that's different. But like, if you're just over here having a conversation and cuss a couple, man, I don't care about that shit, man.
Even if it gets explicit, like how, you know, some conversations could get real, you know, like raunchy. Let's say, you know what I'm saying? And then
but
like,
that
it goes back to the kids. It goes back to the kids. If you with your kids and then there's nothing that somebody can say to offend you. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if I'm just having a regular conversation and I'm using some profanity, don't correct me on that shit. You know
okay,
what I'm
so if you walk past
I'm a grown ass man, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, how you say? I'm a grown ass man, dog.
Don't
tell me how to talk, homie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's take a break after that one, man. We know we're gonna come back with a little more. You know what I mean? Got a couple more topics, and we're gonna wrap it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Dangerous Minds, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, Dangerous Minds podcast.
Dangerous Minds.
Jay Reed in the building. You know what I'm saying? In South Bay, California. Right now, right? Did I get it right? I messed it up?
South Bay, California.
South Bay, California,
South
man.
Bay, LA.
Yeah,
Wednesday. When you say South Bay, California, they might refer to San Diego or the Bay Area. So
South Bay, LA.
County of LA. County of LA.
Yeah. All right, whatever. We in Torrance, niggas, okay? And we doing our show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we almost at the finish line, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have to continue with this racial thing, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, bring it up.
People always running their mouth, man. Like, why is it always somebody outside of our race and culture that's talking about our race and culture? I just feel like these people need to chill out, bro. It's this one Mexican comedian named Dulo or Duno or whatever. To me, this dude made like the most dumbest. It might. I mean, I might even say this might be like the most racial shit I heard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What did he say?
He basically was asked, you know, because this whole thing between like Mexicans and blacks, like Mexicans or Hispanics don't feel like they're properly represented in hip hop. And I was trying to figure out where this shit started at. Was it the Kendrick Lamar show, or was it like, remember when Fat Joe, the Puerto Rican rapper, Fat Joe came out and said
Cypress Hill.
No, but I'm saying he came out and said that hip hop was 50-50, Puerto Ricans and blacks that put it together.
Yeah, okay.
And that kind of started a lot of controversy. And, you know, niggas just like coming out like, nah, homie, like, nah.
Nah, it's all us.
And then I think like after that, when Kendrick had the pop-out show in LA, the Hispanics were like, oh, well, where was the Mexican representation at? And we're like, where is it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He actually did have one Mexican rapper there that performed. That was your representation right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was
and that was big too.
It was a Juneteenth celebration.
Yeah.
So why y'all want to be a part of that? You know what I'm saying? so when they brought it out and they said, okay, well, it was a Juneteenth celebration. That's why would you have Mexican representation at a Juneteenth celebration? And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. But they still need to represent us more. I've always felt like I've never been a fan of like Mexican rappers, bro.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just being honest, man. You know, niggas want to sugarcoat shit and niggas want to like lay it out,
like
smooth,
be real.
Don't want to offend
Cypress
nobody.
Hill.
Cypress Hills ain't Mexicans.
But you talking about Hispanics?
I'm talking about Mexican Americans.
Just Mexican Americans.
Yes, because that's who's running their fucking mouth right now.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, this dude was on a podcast. He said that black rappers wouldn't have a career without Mexicans.
How's that?
Because he's saying that they're the ones buying the tickets, you know, going to the concerts and everything. He said 90% of the concert is Mexicans and 10% is black, which is, I mean, in LA, that's possible because it's a lot of Mexicans in LA.
Yeah, but usually it's white people.
That's who really is. Yeah, that's who's really. Consumer. If you good with the white people, if the white people buying your shit, that's when you go platinum.
That's worldwide. Yeah.
So his comment was something like, "Oh, well, are we visitors?" Because that's what they say. You're a visitor to the culture. You know, like you not no black people saying that to the Mexicans.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're a visitor to our culture.
Right,
you're not. You didn't make anything. You just you know just accept what you are and just be that.
Jumped on the train, jumped on the bandwagon.
And he's like, oh well, are we visitors or are we putting money in your pocket? You know, like, how are we visitors? Y'all shut the fuck up about that. Like, he was like really spicy, bro, with it. Like, black rappers wouldn't have a career without Mexicans.
Like, who is he saying? Anybody in particular? Or just all of us in general?
Oh, man,
like rappers in general.
Man,
you know
I'm sorry, it really boiled my blood, bro. This nigga said Tupac.
Oh, nah.
Tupac Amaru Shakur wouldn't have a career without Mexicans, bro.
Yeah, don't even say that. Yeah, that's not even possible.
Bro, like...
With or without the mute. Come on, man.
Tupac was an actor, bro. He had movies. Was it all Mexicans in there watching Juice? I mean, like I said, man, and look, I love Mexicans because Pac the one put them on the map. It wouldn't be LA without Mexicans. That's
Black
man,
pride,
bro. That basically was him saying like we good with y'all, like
we've always been.
But then now you telling them, now you saying, oh, he wouldn't have a career without you.
Yeah, no.
Man, that shit was the most disrespectful shit that I heard in a long time, bro. Yeah. I'm just saying, man, stop being so entitled, man. Like, stop acting like. If you want to be a part of the culture, then be dope.
Well, who? Okay, I don't even know any. Who's the biggest Mexican rapper? I mean, like off the top of your head, do you know any Mexican rappers?
The one guy that's on Kendrick's album.
Yeah.
Lefty Gunplay.
Yeah, Gunplay.
Is that his name?
That's his name. Yep, Lefty Gunplay. That's.
I mean, that's the only one I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Kid Frost, but that's like the old school.
Baby Bash.
Baby Bash was Mexican.
Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, these are good rappers, dog. Yeah. But like.
There ain't no Dr. Dre, there ain't no Snoop, there ain't no like big names like that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when Fat Joe was saying that bullshit, it didn't make sense. You're saying that Puerto Ricans started hip hop 50-50 with blacks. Then how come Big Pun was the first Latin to go platinum in rap in '97?
Yeah,
hip hop started in the '70s. If y'all was there, y'all would have had more successful artists.
Jump, yeah.
Why is your first platinum Latin rapper in 1997?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And then when people hear me say this shit, now I'm a racist. You know what I'm saying? Well, now I don't like Mexicans.
No.
Now they're gonna be threatening me. No, I'm just saying that's how it go, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna cancel him. No, man, I'm just telling the truth, bro. Keep your fucking mouth shut, bro. And the fact is, you're always talking about our culture. You're always talking about our music. Why don't you talk about your own shit? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to copy you guys. They want to copy us. A lot of the ones who are more successful are trying to sound like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, you know, I'm sure there's some dope Mexican rappers out there that I just don't know about. But as far as like what is there to offer,
I'm just looking at the charts. That's what I'm saying. Like when I say who's the mega star, who's the superstar.
Well, you know, because you know what happened in LA, the Mexicans took over the airwaves, the Power 106.
Yeah, as DJs and as being hosts and stuff like that, right?
So now they feel like they can dictate what's good hip hop and what's not. But them dudes taking payments to play shit.
Yeah.
They take money to play stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you know if it's dope or not? You just whoever can pay, that's who's dope.
Yeah.
That ain't what it's about, homie. You're getting away. Now you're the opposite of hip hop.
You know what you're saying too is funny because my uncles, they've always been when people heard my uncle's music, they thought they were Hispanics as well. They thought they were Mexicans. This is all blacks.
Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You ever hear Low Rider? You know what I'm saying? White kid, they've always.
That's because the Mexicans was bumping that shit.
They pioneers on the sound. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what Mexican has pioneered any trend into the hip hop culture?
That's
That
still,
sound,
that's a part
that's
of
unique.
it now.
That they brought something into it.
That's the question, bro.
And we're not gonna say Latin. We're not gonna say Hispanic origin. We're saying you're saying specifically Mexican because
Right.
Mexicans were
Because they're
speaking on this.
feeling real entitled, bro, to be a part of black hip hop.
And to bring
black
Tupac
culture.
into it.
That was disrespectful, bro.
Like
that dude,
out of
that dude
everybody
need
that
to
brought
be,
Pac into it.
that dude need to be canceled, bro. If anybody ever needed to be canceled, it's that motherfucker right there. You ain't even funny, first of all. Then you sit up there, you making bread talking about me and my culture.
Yeah.
And then you're disrespecting me and my culture. You know what happened too? Recently, somebody did a video about Johnny J. You know who Johnny J is?
Yeah.
A Mexican producer.
Right. Johnny J. Yeah, he
had
produced a lot of Pac stuff.
He had a couple of Tupac's biggest hits were produced by Johnny J. But that don't mean his whole career is based on those couple of hits.
No,
Like, man, that shit just getting out of hand.
there's talent in every race and
Right.
of people, for sure, without a doubt. So that's not the issue. The issue is saying that without Mexicans, the blacks wouldn't be as successful in the music business.
He said we wouldn't have careers without them because he's like, we buying the tickets, we're the ones putting money in your pocket. But that would be a visitor. That wouldn't be a part of the culture, a creator or an innovator. That would be a supporter of the
Right.
culture.
Yeah,
When we call you a visitor, we're referring to your creative influence, your dopeness.
Yeah.
Like, what did you bring? And we're like,
That's what I'm
ooh,
saying.
like somebody copied
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's what we mean by visitor.
Who sampled what? Yeah, the most. And
then this dude gonna say, "Oh, well, Snoop Dogg and YG, they're influenced by Mexican culture because they made a song with a Hispanic type beat. They had already been established. When Snoop Dogg came in, he was a black Crip from Long Beach.
Yeah.
There was no Mexican culture influence nowhere around there. He did a couple songs with the Mexican beats, and so now
Right.
you guys are taking credit for that. It's
Yeah.
disrespectful, man. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
My advice to those guys: get dope. Go in the booth, get your pen and pad, go in there and write. You know what I'm saying? Get dope. Study your history. Study other MCs before you. Really take this shit serious. Get off of Instagram. Get off of these podcasts. Go in the lab, homie. You want to be accepted? You need to be dope. That's the key. All right? It don't got nothing to do with race when it come to that, because I'm the kind of person that if you're dope, you're dope. I know people that say, look, I can't mess with Eminem just because he white. I don't care. I'm policing my culture. I don't go that far. If you're dope, you're dope.
Yeah.
Eminem was accepted because he's dope. He can rap. And if you want to be accepted, then you need to be dope and you need to be able to rap. Okay?
That's
and stop
it.
saying stupid shit about legends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna just end it with that, bro. You got a last word? Or you got
Hey,
something else you
well,
want to put in?
I just had a couple questions because we got this football theme going on. I set up some.
Oh, you got some shit.
props.
Okay, let's
Who's
go.
your team? Who's your team?
Oh man, why you gotta ask me that?
I just want to know. You know, we talking football a little bit.
I like the Chargers and I like the Rams.
Okay,
But
Chargers and
I'm a
Rams.
Charger
Okay.
fan mostly though.
Okay,
I'm
so,
a Charger fan,
yeah.
dog.
Okay, I'm a Packer fan. I'm a Rams fan. I've been a Rams fan '92 when I didn't even know nothing about football, just was running around. But then they left, so I didn't have that watch on TV to support the home team because I'm always home team. Played at Narbonne, so the colors matched with the Packers. I became a Packer fan.
Yep.
And that's where that came. But I always support home
Gauchos.
team. Yeah.
Shout out to the Gauchos.
Yeah, for sure. And then
What was your question?
no, my question was, who's
Oh.
your team?
Yeah, I'm a Charger fan, bro.
Yeah, so you're a Charger fan.
I hate to say
that's
it.
home team still though. Now,
Well, they were San Diego. So
But
when
now
they
they
took the
home
Raiders,
team
they
now.
took
That-
the, when
but
they took
they're
the Raiders
still-
and the Rams, I was like, who's the closest team? Okay, Chargers.
well,
Doing
why
deal.
not the Rams? You said Chargers.
They was in
and
St.
Rams.
Louis.
Well, I mean now
You know, I like
you
the
could
Rams.
reset the whole organization because
That's the first thing I said. Chargers and Rams.
right. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm a Charger fan mostly though.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a conflict of interest almost. But they're both home teams, so I
They
can
LA.
support that.
They
yeah.
LA.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't get a chance yet, check out, it's old, but it's still new, Making of a Father's Dream, DeSean Jackson. That's what's up here. It was about, you never seen this DVD, huh? You seen it? Yeah, it's about, when he first got into the league, you know what I'm saying? Just being that young, ambitious youth striving with the awesome support team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had some adversity too, a lot.
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up. His
Yeah,
father
but
being
he's
sick,
like the same
coming
thing.
from the streets, coming from the gangs. and
Right,
everything.
right.
He was able to overcome all of that stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
Overcome all, but the support team that pushed him to the top. You know what I mean? That's a father's dream, and that's what DeSean had for his son, the father's dream, and he made it there, and he didn't make the first round, which was crazy. But I guess we'll look into it and see what unfolds and the up and coming stories of how they talk about it
Hey, you know what?
and how he plays.
I got one more thing I want to
Go ahead.
I got one more thing I wanted to address.
Before we close.
Now, this is something that's kind of, we're going to be quick with this. About like relationships right now in these days. I came across this meme and I basically, you know, had commented on it because I be on social media, bro. So, okay. So listen to this meme right here. This
You be trolling?
Yeah, I be trolling. I'm a troll killer. That's what I
troll
am.
killer. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, you're lying. Shut up. That's not true. This is way, okay, shut the fuck up. All right, so check this meme out. It says, a nigga took me on a movie date. He wanted to get some snacks before we go. Nigga pulled into Dollar Tree. I called an Uber home while he was in there.
Damn.
So she basically was going on a date.
Yeah.
And the guy said, I want to get some snacks.
So he went to the Dollar Tree.
And so he pulled up to the Dollar Tree to get some snacks.
Yeah.
And so she's like, oh yeah, go ahead, get whatever.
Does
and
she
then
know
called an Uber and left.
Cause he went to the Dollar Tree. But does she know
Yeah.
everything in a dollar? It could be $5, right?
No, but what I'm saying, no, it's $1.25.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is like,
So y'all don't go
Dollar Tree got them snacks, bro. Dollar Tree got that heat, bro.
Yeah.
They got the Sour Patch Kids, the Hershey Crunch. They got
So-
Dollar Tree got that heat. She is tripping, bro. So look, I commented on this shit, right?
Okay.
I put, it's social media that's destroying regular shit these days. I got 782 likes on it. That's the biggest comment on there. So people, let's read a couple of more of the comments, see if people
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
The next one is, girl, please, pocketbook packed. What? A clown. She deserved to be home alone.
Yeah.
So people is kind of catching on to this stuff now. You know, that's that thing like, oh, if you ain't balling, if you ain't spending this on me, then, you know, I ain't messing with you. Like, women is like greedy these days. But it be like the poorest females who was like demanding the most. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there was a wave of feminism where they're like getting behind this kind of crap. Like, oh, if he going to Dollar Tree, girl, you need to get rid of him. You know what I mean? But now it's like people are catching on to this, dude. Like, okay, let's see another comment. It says, huh? You had one job, sis, and that's to make sure everything fits in that purse.
Damn.
Because I didn't been on you know what I mean? I got chicks like that. We go to the store, hey, let's pack this shit in. We go to the movies. Hey, how you doing? You know?
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Yeah, so, you know, people are, her dad not around.
Yeah.
So they was getting on her ass about that.
Well, you know, females, I don't think they in for the, you know, the struggle. And then she looked at that as a struggle, which was dumb because he could have just been
Like smart.
smart spending.
Yeah,
right.
frugal.
Why am I gonna go to the damn AMPM or to the Chevron and buy the same thing?
from the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Why am I
Yeah.
gonna go from
Them snacks do be a little high.
Why
but
am I gonna go
mean,
to Chevron before the movies instead of going to Dollar Tree? If I'm gonna go grab some snacks real quick. And she couldn't like register like
No, she's like, why you ain't buying it at the movies? The movie snacks is not even that good. The snacks at Dollar Tree is better than the ones at the movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion, dog. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I got that, but I'm telling the movies is more than Chevron. Chevron is more than the Dollar Tree. She didn't
I see what you're saying.
She didn't like none of the
She
snacks.
wasn't even thinking about
She
it.
just wanted the experience of buying from the movies. That's what it was.
Nah, it's just viewed as being cheap. It's viewed as like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's
That's what I'm saying.
like
She wanted
taking a
that
woman to Applebee's.
Yeah.
It's like nowadays that's like a crime. Like you might, you know what I'm saying? You might get arrested. But yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna you know. Hey, that's all I gotta say, man. I just feel like people are catching on to that bullshit. You know what I mean? The whole fake, like, yeah, like, oh, I need a baller. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing this, then I ain't messing with you. It's like, come on now. Like, people are catching on to it now. Like, it's getting out of hand now. It's getting disrespectful, you know? So, there you go, man. That's my, that's my
Enjoy
final.
the Dollar Tree. Enjoy the,
Dollar
the
Tree
nice
got that
snacks.
heat, bro.
I
What you
haven't been in there for a minute, but we go to, some.
Hey, next time y'all go to the
Conservative
movies,
shopping.
go to Dollar Tree. I
Dollar
highly
Tree?
recommend that. And they got the big boxes too. It ain't even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, please, y'all better quit sleeping on Dollar Tree.
That's my next stop. Dollar Tree when I go to the movies with the kiddos.
Hey, man, we at the finish line, man. We are done. We have completed another show. Props to all of you guys that, want to support us and want to listen to some real truth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep your head up, man. Don't let nothing bother you. Not for too long. You know what I mean? If something piss you off, make sure you're over it before the sun goes down. You know what I mean? Don't hold on to no anger. Don't hold on to no negativity for too long. I know we human. We get mad. We get affected by negativity, but don't hold on to it too long. That's my advice for you for this week, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got something for him, Malik?
Man, same thing. Just stay striving, stay vigorous, stay super motivated. Everything that you're doing out there, don't let nobody get you down from it. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to be in one place and another, and someone's trying to hold you back from getting there, just continue to try to get there. That's it. Don't let nobody bring their negativity to your world. You know what I'm saying? And smile, live in peace.
Yeah, smile a little more too. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, we out here. See y'all next week, baby.
Dangerous minds.
Yep.